What an absolute mug. Not me. Well, definitely not you. But that. Look, this is a fantastic bit of, it's not bone china at all. It's ceramic. It's probably ceramic. It's a hammerschat mug. I've actually got some cling film here. I'll probably wrap it up and send it to you. We don't actually. They come in a very nice box with styrofoam all around it. And you get a little hammerschat sticker on there. I think they're a tenner plus postage. I should have checked really before doing this video. You've got to go to hammerschat@gmail.com, place your order for one, and Gio will crawl down to the post office, put it in its little hammerschat box. But he'll probably do it before he goes to the post office, stick the sticker on and send it to you. And then when we're having a cup of tea or a mug of tea, when we're doing the old podcast, then you can join us. Not literally here, of course. There you go. I think we've still got some of the other designs as well. Go and have a look, or go and look at hammers_chat. There's lots of mug business going on there. Anyway, what are we going to talk about today for 8 minutes? It's more like 6 minutes, 50 seconds, should we say. Look, the news isn't... Actually, there's a little bit of interesting stuff. So we've got a bit of Jesse Lingard contractual stuff. Gio spoke about it yesterday, didn't he? We've got a little bit, maybe a bit of interest in the Pope. Not the Pope. Obviously, not the Powell signing, that waiting for the puff of white smoke before we sign him. No, I'm talking about Nick Pope, not from the Vatican at all. Burnley's goalkeeper, 30 million quid for a goalkeeper. There's that one there. I do want, we've also been, we've won the under 18 teams won, and I want to talk about one of the players who scored the goal in that. He's very, very good, and I want to touch upon this winger. Actually, that sounds wrong, doesn't it? I would never do such a thing. The winger's quite safe. I will not be touching him at all. Let's go. Let's deal with that story first. First of all, now the winger's name is, I should wear my glasses. Mislav Orsic. Orsic. No, it's Orsic. Mislav Orsic. He's basically from Dynamo Zagreb. He's a winger. Arsenal were interested as well. Apparently, he's very good. He scored. He knocked Tottenham out of the... Do you remember? Tottenham were cruising. They were they were all ready to go into the next round in the Europos Cupos, and they managed to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory, which was... That's very, very recently. Anyway, this geezer played a blinder. It's another winger. You know what I think about this. We discussed it yesterday. I discount it. There's so much of this. I think there's going to be more of this than at any point. And what do I mean by this? I mean agent talk. I mean stuff that just ain't gonna happen. It's absolutely rife, and there's so many different websites and these pesky YouTube channels as well that keep talking about it, that the rumours just keep swirling around and around and around. I completely dismiss this one. The interesting story was the one that Gio was discussing yesterday, which was that Manchester United may well look to insulate themselves financially by offering Jesse Lingard an extended deal, a 3-year contract. Now, I do find it interesting. Do I think Manchester United would do it? Are they capable of doing it? Yeah, of course. Of course they're capable of doing it. Why wouldn't they try and secure their asset? Absolutely. He will have, by the time he goes back there, he'll have just under 12 months left to run his contract. All the time his value is decreasing. No one wants a depreciating asset, do they? Certainly not. But it's all about Jesse for this one for me. Will he want to do it? I don't think he will. I think he knows the reality of the situation, which is... Well, I hope he won't, anyway. The reality of the situation is he left us for a very certain set of circumstances, which was to get back into the England team, which, you know... That's good, that's worked, but clearly to play some first-team football. I've said this before, Jesse Lingard's not played enough first-team football. I don't just mean this season. I mean, for a player of his age, he should have played about 100 games more professionally. You look at everybody else that's around his age, even taking into account injury. I think even Harry Kane, who's been injured a lot, Harry Kane gets an injury every year. I think you'll find Harry Kane's played 100 more professional games than Jesse Lingard, something like that. We looked at it before, if you remember. he doesn't want to be another one of those players. I'm hoping that's the case. I wonder if he's just enjoyed being the main. He has been the main man, hasn't he? Really, since he signed, being the main man and being the big fish in the small pond, so to speak, on a medium-sized lake rather than the ocean. Let's call us at least that. Let's not call West Ham a small pond. I think this is. I'm hoping there's no truth in it at all, because basically with a 3-year contract, they think he'd be worth more money. Now the rumour is that Man United are interested in Jack Grealish. Don't blame them for that. I think he's a fantastic player. I mean, that would be very, very interesting for them, really. That being said, does Grealish sort of not play in the... He's a left attacker, isn't he? Well, I think he's wasted on the left, because we've got to talk about England in a second as well. Sorry, I forgot about that. To hurry things up a little bit. Don't know whether that'll happen, whether it won't. But realistically, is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer going to guarantee Lingard's games? No, he won't. So Lingard will just find himself back in exactly the same position, albeit, without the option to go anywhere else. So, look, hopefully, fingers crossed, I would like to discount that rumour. The one about Nick Pope, £30 million for a goalkeeper. Now, I know I said yesterday that we need to deal with a goalkeeper situation, and I said we'd put it off by a year. I still think that's the case, but I just can't see it. I can't see where those finances would come from. I can't see where anybody with this current situation would be able to pay that sort of money for a goalkeeper from Burnley. I suspect those days are gone. I know I keep saying it, that we've not seen the financial fallout from whatever it's been, a year, 18 months of no fans in football stadiums, but it's got to have a massive financial impact. I read, I think it was today, that Erling Haaland was, I think Borussia Dortmund had put a £180 million price tag on him, 180 million euro. I mean, yeah, look, maybe for a player like that, he's him and Mbappe are the ones, aren't they, really, that are most coveted. But I do think your general player, you're one that is not going to be the best player in the world or something. I think the market is slightly different. So I'm not sure that we would. I'm not saying we're not interested in him at all. I think we should be looking at a goalkeeper, and I think he's a good goalkeeper. But not so sure about that one in particular. I just wanted to bring you back to this, the under 18s. It's basically they'd lost a few, and they beat Leicester 2-1. Anyway, it's not really about that. It's the fact that Kai Corbett scored. Now, there's some really good players in this team. Baptiste plays in it. Diallo is another very, very good player. Who else have we got? Lang, again, really, really good. But Kai Corbett came off the bench. Now, I don't want to heap too much praise on him, but he looks absolutely brilliant. Every time I've seen him, he does look sensational. I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit more of him, hopefully. I hope he gets his chance. I hope players like that get the opportunity to go out. I mean, he's probably a little bit young to go out on loan just yet. Maybe he needs another year in the development squad and whatnot. But he does look really, really good. And obviously Baptiste is massively highly regarded at the club as well. Now, what is it? Sunday when you see this. So later on today, England are playing, right? England are playing Albania. Now, so this is to qualify for the World Cup, right? The World Cup qualification group. We got off to a good start against San Marino, right? I hope it was a good start. Look, here's the group. England, Albania, Poland, Hungary, Andorra, San Marino. This group is going to be played out between England and Poland. One of these two teams is going to win. Obviously, we hope it's England. But I'm not worried because it's so early in the qualification process. I hope we don't look at that 5-0, the fact that we only won 5-0, and look at the goal difference, later down the line, and we don't regret that. If the points tally is very similar for us and Poland. Look, I spoke about Haaland and Mbappe being, the best strikers in the world. I think Haaland might have scored. He scored 28, 30 goals or something in the Bundesliga this season. The top goal scorer in the Bundesliga is Lewandowski. I think I said that well? Lewandowski. I think I did a good job there. I'm not very good usually at the pronunciation names. He's the best. He might be the best striker in the world. He probably is the best striker in the world. I think it's fair to say that. And I don't think Poland are a one-man team. That being said, I can't name anyone else apart from maybe Fabianski. But I know they're not. I've seen them play. They've got some really good players there as well. So, you know, with a player like that in the team, it's not so much that, look, collectively England should be better than Poland. The question is, can Poland beat San Marino, Andorra, Hungary and Albania? Well, yes. And then so can we. So if it then comes down to goal difference, then that may be a little bit of an issue. But obviously we then have to... So obviously the crunch matches are when England play Poland, which is next Wednesday, which is the big game. So today, Sunday, tomorrow for me, it's Albania. And I do think... I think you can't take these games too lightly. I don't think he can... I think we're going to see a bit of a mixture. I do think we'll see mostly the full team. I think he'll allow himself enough wriggle room to make some substitutions so everyone's fresh for Wednesday. Because I think that's really the key in these groups like this. Particularly with the league campaign being the way it is. If he can get past the Poland game and win the Poland game, get his big players, and I'm talking, you know, the ones I'm talking about there is Harry Maguire, Harry Kane, anyone else called Harry, not Harry Winks actually, you know, Declan Rice being one of them as well. If Gareth Southgate can make it so as those guys have played, I don't know, collectively like 120, 130 minutes, and basically, you know, they've played a bit against Albania and they played the full game against Poland, and he's won all the games, then realistically, it's job done. I just hope he doesn't mess around too much, basically. Well, there you go. We've done our 8 minutes, haven't we? Well, I'll be back tomorrow to obviously talk about the England game. I want to thank you again for everybody that joined in with the England one before, and all the lovely comments that there have been on the videos this week. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much indeed. I will enjoy the game later. Hopefully, I'll be doing it. I was going to do a watch along, but then I didn't mixed up. I thought it might be Poland, and I've discovered it was Albania. I thought, you know, that's going to be a hard old... well, it's not just 90 minutes, is it? Because you've got a half time and a build-up. Well, actually, that's probably going to be about 115 minutes. Or as some may call it, nearly 2 hours. Some would use that term. So I thought, actually, it's probably quite a hard ask, even for myself, to talk for nearly 2 hours about Albania. But if anybody could do it, it would probably be me. But anyway, I'll catch up with you later. Enjoy the game, and I'll see you tomorrow.